Hi everyone, this is Natalie. Welcome to my channel. So today's content is my experiences with the paranormal field. These are all the experiences I've had since the age of 2. My first ever experience was I was 2 and I saw a spirit of a male. And this was in a flat that me and my mum was living in at the time. We didn't have no one else living with us, it was just the two of us. So I'd be sitting there playing with my toys and I'd be talking to someone that my mum couldn't see, only I could see. I described him to my mum. My mother then, when I was older, told me about this experience I had. And when I described her the male and the dog that I was talking to, she said he was a previous tenant that passed away and he was not a very liked man when he was alive. The experiences I had with this was it'd be poltergeist activity. There would be freezing in the bedroom that me and my mum was in. The curtains now would come flying open and the quilts would come ripped off us by an unseen force. So we come to a conclusion then over the years that it was this male, and because he wasn't a very nice man when he was alive, he must have not liked us being there. So he was targeting us through doing that and by talking to myself. He had this sheepdog that was his love and joy. He adored this dog. But we later found out this dog was buried right outside the window in the grass where the flat was, where we was. So that was one of my first experiences. My second experience was I was age 6 and it was Christmas Day and we had a lovely day because all the family gathered around. My father came down even though him and my mum weren't together at the time, so he came down to see me. And we had fun. You know, I didn't have no symptoms of being poorly at the time, but as soon as my father left, that's when everything started to hit me. I suffered with febrile convulsions. Some people may know what they are, some may not, but these were really, really extreme convulsions, making me to froth up from my mouth, go blue and go purple and be lifeless. It was the time then that my mum started screaming for help. No one could help her at the time, so she had to take us outside. As I was in her arms, I was lifeless, but I can remember this event to this day, and that's all I could see was a big ray of white light beaming down across me. And the only thing I can remember was with that, it must have been a miracle. It must have been angels surrounding me and God being there. I literally think it was something to do with this experience that had made me the person I am today. After that, no convulsions or nothing. There was just this white light being surrounded by myself. It was nothing. It was not like normal light because this was outside. Outside, when the sky was, it was blue, but I couldn't see the blueness. That's all I could see was this white light, and it was beaming on me, like if it was someone from heaven beaming their light and surrounding me with angels. And I do believe in angels and I do believe in God. Many people don't believe in any of them at all, but I do from that experience. So that was my second experience I had. My third one was I was in a primary school, and because I was a Catholic and it was a Catholic school, we had to pray every day. So it was like the whole school in the hall sat down praying with some music that they'd have on. It was something like Alcatraz or something like that. They'd have the music on us. And so everyone else had to close their eyes. Obviously I had to too, but I had a sneaky peek look, like, with the one eye, and you praying, and all of a sudden in the left hand corner, coming from the ceiling, was a ray of light, and I seen a lady in blue, like she was in the light and praying. So my instincts was telling me that I'm positive this was Mary, Jesus' mother. I know it sounds a bit stupid and a bit odd, but I do believe it could have been her. It may not have been, but I I seen it. So my instincts and my hearts were telling me it was when I closed my eyes back after I seen that incident with that woman in the light, and I reopened my eyes again, and it disappeared. It was just no light, no woman, or nothing. It was just the whole school and the teachers. So yeah, that was a bit confusing for myself. Told some family members and told my friends. They didn't believe me, as they wouldn't. My next experience, my fourth experience, this was another strange experience I had. This was around about 10 to 11 o'clock in the night, and I was living in the same street as my nan, not in the flat this time, in the house. And my nan lived 2 houses down, and I couldn't sleep at all, so I went in my mum's bedroom and looked out the window, and it was quiet, very dark. I looked down to my nan's way, and no, nothing until I looked up, because there was my street, and then going on the end of the street is a main road going up. So on the end of the house of the street I was in, where the road was, in the middle of the road, there was a woman. She was in a white nightie, like a dress nightie that you would wear in the night. Like one of them old-fashioned night dresses, nightgowns, and it was white, and she had long, long grey hair. And as I was looking at her, she was walking. I thought, okay, it's just some normal person out in a night dress, like in the night. But as I looked closer, she was walking on air. It was like her feet was not touching the ground at all. I I had to look twice, and no word of a lie, it was a woman walking on air. She was walking up that road, and her feet wasn't even touching the ground. So I jumped out the window, rubbed my eyes, and I was a bit sketched out. And I looked again, and she was still there. And all of a sudden, she got to the end of one of the houses, and she evaporated. She just disappeared right in front of my eyes. And I tell you what, I was petrified. Being dark and seeing something like that, it was really, really scary. And I woke my mum up, and she didn't believe a word I was saying at all. But over the experiences she've had, she believes in spirits and ghosts and things like that. But this was mad. One of the maddest experience again to have had at a young age. And yeah, when she disappeared, I kept looking at the road, see if she was still there. But no, you could actually see it evaporate into thin air, and I thought that was absolutely freaky, really, really freaky indeed. Another experience I had was I was pretty young, about 8, and I went in my mum's room because I couldn't sleep that night. I had trouble sleeping, so I went in my mum's room and I lay down on the bottom of her bed, and she had it open.